In the village of Zhongzhuang, the topic of the Hukou system often finds its way in conversations. The people here, who've spent most of their lives on their farms, have mixed feelings about erasing the division between the urban and rural registration.
It's great that we won't be registered as rural residents. We'll be able to choose where we live in the future, and our children receive the same education as those in big cities. There will be no educational discrimination against children from the countryside anymore.
I'd move if I had needed skills, but farmers like me don't have vocational skills. We just know farming and manual labor. And it's also good to stay in the countryside. The government gives more subsidies for farmers now.
On the one hand, the change to the Hukou system will make it easier for China's 200 million migrant workers to settle in big cities, and will give them access to equal services. But on the flip side of this, farmers are worried this change may indirectly lead them to lose their family lands.
I won't live in the city on my own if I live in the city, but if my whole family moves, we may need to buy a big apartment there. But property is too expensive. It's a really hard decision to make. I hope there will be more reasonable ways to solve the farmland issue.
According to the guideline, local governments cannot force farmers who decide to settle in the cities to relinquish their land. So far, the Beijing government has pledged to push land reforms that will allow farmers to lease or sell their land when they leave villages. Other cities are slowly implementing similar reforms. Rural hukous are often tied with land rights and social welfare access. The guideline has promised basic public services and equal rights. If the farmland issue is solved, people living in rural areas will feel more secure about moving to the big cities. Ruixue, CCTV, Zhengzhou, Henan Province.